I think I lead a strange life. I say that all the time to people, and then when I tell them stories, they say, yeah, that's pretty strange. In this case, I have a feeling that there might be other people who've gone through this exact same thing, but maybe they handled it way different than me. Let's find out. Last Tuesday, I got a phone call on my business line, and the person left a message. Just to get this out of the way, I don't answer my business line live. It's almost always spam, and so I decided I'll just turn that off, and if it's business, I'll check that number, and if it's really business, then I will call them back. Most of the time, there's no message left whatsoever. In this particular instance, there was a message left, and the guy says his name is Peter, and he wants to talk to me about leadership training. I don't talk about that much on this channel, but one of the things that I have on my website that I used to do a lot more of was leadership training. I would, sometimes I'd hold a seminar at a hotel where people would come. I had a couple of businesses that I did it to. I did some individual coaching on leadership. Heck, I wrote 2 books on leadership. So I have done it, but it's been a long time because I've been doing, the rest of my work. And he left a message, asked me if I could call him either later on Tuesday or first thing Wednesday morning. Now, he didn't tell me a time, but to me, first thing in the morning when it pertains to business is going to be 9 o'clock. I'm not calling it 8. But after I listened to the message, the spidey senses started tingling because I heard a bunch of other people talking in the background. So it sounded like it was one of those places like a call center. Now, a lot of times it's call centers, like if you want to call someone to ask about your bill, you hear a whole bunch of other people talking in the background. But a lot of people who do sales will call and you will hear other people talking in the background. So I heard that. I got his name was Peter. And, my first thought was, well, if this is business related, how come he only gave me his first name? Now, he also mentioned the name of some business, but I didn't catch that. However, on the phone, it listed this business name. And it was a 229 area code, which is in Virginia. I'm in Central New York. And I start thinking about it. I say, okay, why would they need a leadership training from me in Central New York? They're Virginia. Virginia has people who do that. Maybe they're holding a seminar and I'll get invited to a seminar. Sure, I'd love to participate in that. But I decided I was going to wait until Wednesday morning because I had stuff to do that Tuesday. So Wednesday morning, I wait, I check everything. I decide to look up the business. So I look up the business name that was on the phone, and it's a CPA, certified public accountants. So I'm saying, well, okay, that sounds like a legitimate business. I looked through everything on there. And, if you're looking for leadership training, that's not something you're going to have on your website. And a lot of CPAs don't necessarily need leadership training, but I can understand. If it's a large company, I couldn't tell necessarily based on the website, but the website, it's kind of whoop-ified. Maybe they had a professional who built it for them some years ago, but it just didn't look all that good at all. Matter of fact, I could see a couple of broken links right off the bat, but it's like, no big deal. I'm going to call. So I try to call. And the phone rings, and then it picks up, and then it automatically cuts off. So I hang up. I said, wow, that was weird. I'll try it again. Instead, the phone rings on my side because I see it. So I answer it, hello? I hear hello, and then it cuts off again. So I'm thinking, okay, is this my phone? Is it their phone? I don't know. I get the call again, and now there's this guy, Peter. And he starts talking to me. And I can tell within a minute that he doesn't want leadership training. His company doesn't want leadership training. They're a marketing firm. And one of the things that they do is they market to leadership trainers or educators or whatever. They try to market this online program that will help them get thousands, because he said that, thousands of clients and increase their income exponentially. Now I'm a little bit irked because I didn't listen to my initial spidey senses. But I figure I got the guy on the line. He called me. Let's see what he has to say. So he says all this stuff that I knew it was coming. How he could help me to increase my presence online, and they could help me with SEO and do all this other kind of stuff. And I let him have that conversation for about 3 minutes, and I said, okay, let me just tell you this. I understand SEO. I've had my website since 2002. I've understood how SEO works since 2004. For my other side of my business, which is healthcare finance, my search terms are in top 5 as far as businesses go. It's in the top 10 because I have to add job sites. I said, I'm doing very well with that. I haven't marketed my leadership in a long time because I've been doing the other work. So I understand how this works. And he said, well, I can understand that you understand how that works, but, and this became the theme. Now, like I said, I walk when I'm on the phone, so I decide, I'm just going to walk for a while. And I let him talk for a little bit, and then I would counter it, and then I'd let him talk for a bit more, and I would let him counter it. And eventually, I'm now at 13 minutes that I've been on the phone with this guy. And now I'm thinking, okay, it's time to end this. So I tell him, I'm not interested in this. I understand how this all works, but right now, I'm good. I don't want to go any further. Then he flips it to the next thing, and I can tell this is a guy who has studied how this is supposed to work. Probably he works on commission, which means if he doesn't land anybody, he doesn't get any money. And it was just amazing how he did it. And I'm interested for a while. Then at a certain point, I'm thinking, you know what, I got to get off of this. I got other things to do. So I tell him, look, I got to tell you the truth. I'm not doing this. I don't need it. I don't want it. So I really don't need this right now. And then he just keeps talking. So I waited another minute. I said, okay, I just need to let you know, I'm going to hang up. I don't need any of this. I've mentioned this. You're very good at what you do. I can tell that you studied this, but I'm not doing this. I'm not saying whether I need it or not. I'm saying I'm not doing it. And then he counters that. So I said, okay, this is the last one. I'm hanging up. There's nothing you can say. You might as well just say goodbye. I'm hanging up. He starts talking. I hang up the phone. Now, I'm not frustrated. I'm a little miffed at myself because I knew that's exactly what this was. It was, I'm not going to say it was a scam, but I think it was because he never said how much. He never got to anything else. He did keep asking me if I could give him 20 to 30 minutes of my time for a presentation on the computer. I said, no, I don't have the time for that. I'm not interested. But I started thinking about it afterwards. I said, there's a lot of people who probably do this exact same thing, and they're probably better at just hanging up. And I should have hung up, but I didn't. I don't know why. This is one of the questions I'm asking y'all. If you get callers like this and they're being very persistent, do you just hang up? Do you continue listening? Do you try to talk them down? Or do you get the number, you look at it on your, ID, and you say, I'm not calling that back. I just needed to know. And curiosity has killed the cat. Curiosity hasn't killed me, but it did kill 18 minutes. At least I walked almost a mile just in the house. I walked 0.8 miles, got around in 20 minutes. That's not bad. But this is my little story. So I want to know, how do you guys handle this? Do you even respond back to something if they leave a message that your spidey senses are just tingling, saying something's not right about this? Let me know. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I hope y'all have a great day.